board members, to Team JPS, all those who may be tuning in, just want to begin with a huge thanks and great appreciation for our operations team, to include facilities and operations, all of our custodial team, our campus enforcement, child nutrition, all of those who have helped us to try and assess our situation with regard to our facilities, and working in conjunction with the city and their water engineers and those, and helping to inform decisions that we've made to date. Also, just a huge thanks to our school leaders and academic leadership team and others who have helped us to arrive at various decision points along the way. And then, of course, to our scholars and parents for patience and understanding as we've tried to react and respond to the information that we've shared. So thankfully, it seems that the threat of flood and the eventual flood experience that we've had this year this time was not as bad as originally anticipated, but we certainly, our hearts and our thoughts are with those who have had to be displaced and had to deal with some of the implications and the harm of the flood. And as well, I think most everyone knows at this point that our city, we've continued to have challenges with our water treatment plants and challenges not only with the boil water notice, but also the low water or no water pressure in our schools and in our communities. And unfortunately, we found out today that that's likely going to get worse before it gets better. And so we have just announced that we will be switching all of our schools to virtual instruction for tomorrow. That's Tuesday, August the 30th. And we will continue to monitor and strive to make decisions in a timely fashion and based on the available information from our city partners. Please understand, to all Team JPS and all members of the JPS community, this information is not always readily available. It's ever evolving, and so what we think is the case often shifts from hour to hour as we continue to talk with our partners in the city, and as we continue to observe and to monitor our water pressure from school to school, neighborhood to neighborhood. It is a very volatile situation and not one that is easily that we can easily get our arms around. So just want to stress that. I know that it's got to be difficult for families trying to plan. It's difficult for us trying to plan school leadership, school operations, and we're doing our very best to remain in communication and get information as quickly as possible. And we've stressed that with our partners at the city. It's vitally important that we get information as quickly as possible so that we can turn that around and make informed decisions. So know that that's our effort as well, and we'll try to give you as much notice as we can and try to keep our scholars in school as much as possible. But just as we experienced today, what we thought was the case quickly changed, and by after we had started school this morning, realized that we needed to send some of our scholars back home. So we, again, just apologize for the inconvenience and just need folks to know that we're striving to make decisions as early as possible and to do our very best to have our scholars in schools safely as much as possible. So just wanted to share that, underscore that. Thank you, Dr. Sivak, for the opportunity to speak to that. We do hope that folks will just hang in there. Please do continue to be dialed in, watching our social media, our website. We're also obviously in communication with the news media to try and get all the information out there as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible. So thank you again for your understanding and your continued patience as we work through these challenges.